Hello, my name is Florencia Guzman Pesquera, and today I'm going to talk to you about the gender pay gap. Little girls with dreams become women with vision. I think I speak for all women. We are all feeling eager. We have to be united, be all together, but acting without violence. Because we are grappling with something larger than ourselves. The first thing we can do is to be informed about it. The gender pay gap is not the same as unequal pay. Unequal pay is when women are paid less from doing the same job and having the same pronouns as men, and gender pay gap is a measure of difference between men's and women's average earnings. Equal pay has been legal since 1970, although it is not 100% respected. The Gender Pay Gap report doesn't give women the information they need to know and challenge unequal pay. The gender pay gap is the result of many factors such as direct pay discrimination, occupational segregation, and bias against working mothers. Direct pay discrimination is the most significant factor of the gender pay gap. Gender discrimination refers to direct discrimination as well as unconscious bias. This had made 39% of contribution in the gender pay gap, and it has increased since 2014, 29%, which makes me think and analyze that we are supposed to improve instead of getting worse each year. Yet, the gender pay gap is frequently dismissed by statistically removing the chief determinant of wages in a market economy. The type of work you do, occupational discrimination in the 70s or 80s, advocates of comparable work policies explicitly connected the gender pay gap to pay difference between female and male-dominated occupations, otherwise comparable in productive value. During that period, Blow and Barbara Bergman separately developed economic models showing how the segregation of women into lower-paying firms or occupations produced pay gaps. Bias against working mothers made a 25% of the contribution. According to a survey by Bright Horizons Family Solutions, more than 7 in 10 employees claim a woman's decisions to start a family can have a negative impact on her career. Women are afraid about disclosing their pregnancy to their managers and the perception of their co-workers too. Making the decision of starting a family shouldn't affect your work, your career. Why do we, as women, need to choose to have a successful career or having our own family, while men can just do both as a normal thing? As a conclusion, here we can see there are factors that create the gender pay gap, such as the direct pay discrimination, the occupational segregation, and the bias against working mothers. I personally think these are all excuses. Equal pay has been legal since 1970s. It has passed 50 years since that. If you think about it, isn't it enough time to learn that we deserve the same things, the same opportunities? This is not a gender hierarchy. Society needs to change. We can't keep dismissing this issue. As Charlene Sturrock said, we just need to put our foot down. This is a good time for us to bring to this place of fairness, and girls need to know that it's okay to being a feminist. It doesn't mean that you hate men. It means equal rights. If you're doing the same job, you should be compensated and treated in the same way.